Old Tyson Helton and the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, WKU 9-5 last year. And would you look at that? They get their quarterback back this year. Let's go and pull up the numbers. We'll take a look at what we're dealing with here. Number 93 in returning production in the country, just over 54%. Number 43 on offense, number 128 on defense. So Tyson Summers doesn't have a whole lot of familiar faces to work with, at least not guys that were on the field last year. You look at their numbers from last year, number 16 PPA margin, number 36 PPA per drive on offense, number 27 PPA per drive on defense. This was a pretty good team last year. I had them going under the 8.5, even with 13 games, and that ended up being right. But man, what a show did they put on in that bowl game against South Alabama. Just unbelievable. They do lose a few big time guys, right? Robichaud, the running back, Dawood Davis, of course, the wide receiver. You lose tackle Gunnar Britton, center Rusty Stats. Those guys all, some of them transferred out, of course. Some of them graduated as well. You lose the offensive coordinator. Again, you got Drew Hollingshead coming in. He, was from Mississippi State. He learned under Mike Leach for several years there. Let's talk about this offense. Let's start off with this. Austin Reed coming back, wide receiver Malachi Corley coming back. Just awesome passing offense last year. But here's the issue. You lost half of the targets, and you lost 2 starting offensive linemen. On top of that, while the offense was good, they were number 94 in red zone conversion percentage and number 88 in points per opportunity. And that's drives that go inside the opponent 40-yard line. You got to improve that. You got to get more consistent with that. They were number 81 in giveaways per game. So you got to cut out the turnovers here. Their turnover margin was great, but that had a lot to do with the defense. And they were number 13 in turnover margin last year. And with by the way, their luck rank was number 112. And that's with having a turnover margin of number 13. So just ridiculous. Offense was good. Offense was pretty good. They need to be more efficient instead of explosive. They were number 7 in explosive play rate. So, yeah, rushing, they did not run the ball all that well. But, hey, it is what it is. This is a passing offense. I think they've gotten to the point where they have a system, and the offensive coordinators that come in just run the system. That's what I think. We'll see, though. Obviously, it helps to get your quarterback and your leading receiver back. So, on defense, Tyson Summers bunch, they were good last year. Like overall, as far as overall efficiency, maybe not great, but they were good at stopping explosive plays. Number 25 there. They were good just overall. Number 27 PPA per drive allowed. That's predicted points added, by the way, for anybody that's asking. You look at this bunch, you're losing 10 of the top 15 tacklers. 7 of the top 9 tackles for loss guys, 4 of the top 6 sack leaders, and then losing 56% of quarterback pressures. Like in their losses, the defense was the absolute worst spot there. It's what led to those losses. They allowed 36 points per game in their losses. Are the new faces that are coming in going to help fix that? The defense had trouble getting stops, and they have for multiple years. They're 2-7 in one-score games the last 2 years. Number 113 in red zone conversion defense. That's worse than the offense was. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Can they continue the turnovers? They were number 5 in the country in takeaways. Obviously, we'll see. They're projected favorites in 10 games this year. They've got 3 toss-ups. The win total sits at 8.5 here. Obviously, a lot of people love the quarterback, etc. To go over the 8.5 is plus 110. It is juiced heavily to the under at minus 140. You got some tough games. USF, you got at Ohio State, at Troy. Those are difficult games, but the conference slate, you get Liberty at home, New Mexico State at home, Middle Tennessee at home, Sam Houston at home. So you got things that might be in your favor. We'll just say that. Let's look at the keys to the season here. Get me off the screen. The team has lost a lot, but they have got, a lot of, they got a lot of leaders. I'll say that. And while there's a new offensive coordinator, I mean, it's the 4th one in 4 years. They know how to deal with this at this point. There's still a lot of staff there that has been there. So it's the opposite on the defense. They still got the defensive coordinator, but they've just completely turned over the position group over there. Austin Reed, maybe the best quarterback in the league, even with some new offensive line and skill pieces. Defense significantly improved last year, and I'll tell you this, while the returning production is not good, and when I say not good, it's less than 40% back, there are still a lot of guys here that have been in the system and understand what it is that Tyson Summers wants them to do. My record prediction here, look, I'm going over this year. I'm going over the 8.5. I feel good about this team. I think once you get through the first 4 games and everybody's got a chance to collect themselves, and you've played against tough guys like Ohio State, at Troy, I think they lose to USF because I think Alex Golesh is going to come in and just bombs away with Jerry Bohannon and bunch. But look, you get to the conference late, you're going to know what you're doing. I think this is a talented bunch. I like Tyson Helton. I like the defense. These are guys that have been in the system. I'm going 9-3 on my prediction here. I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think this record will be. The ceiling on this team, I think, is 10-2. The floor, I think, is 7-5. I still think they're that good. As long as Austin Reed is healthy and whatnot, I think they're going to be able to get to 7 pretty easily. I think they get to 9. They could get to 10. 10 is the ceiling on this bunch. Western Kentucky, I like this team a lot. I've got them going undefeated in conference. Obviously we'll see what happens, but gracious. I like this team quite a bit. Thanks for listening to Winning Cures Everything. Make sure and follow me on Twitter @GaryWCE. If you want to toss in a question, you can email me, Gary@winningcureseverything.com. Make sure and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.